Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Now, recently I decided to go on a few websites. I went on Amazon, I went to the dollar store, I went to Aquarium Co-op, and I spent way too much money on some fish tank supplies that I need. I still need more stuff. There's still stuff on my list, but I thought I would go ahead and just do an unboxing of everything I ordered today and show you what's in all these packages as well as the other stuff I got. First off, let's do the dollar store stuff because that's cheap and easy.
And you're out of your mind.
First thing, black paper. Yeah, crazy. 50 cents. Amazing tank backgrounds. My turtle tank background is literally this paper. It's hard for you to see because it's reflective, but that black background is just the dollar store paper. Kind of like a hidden life hack, you know? But that's that, 50 cents, cheap and easy. Next up, I got some fake aquarium plants. These are $1. I got these for a new breeding project coming up, so stay tuned for that video. But right here, just some fake plants, 99-cent store, $1. There's a couple different colors, but I just stuck with a couple greens just because I like the cohesiveness of green. I also went ahead and got something from Amazon. This is gonna be kind of like a teaser to what's gonna be in the Aquarium Co-op boxes. This little baby heater, I don't know if you can see it, but this is by Aqueon. It's 5 watts, a super tiny heater, like compared to my finger. It's like this little baby heater, a lot of plug, which is gonna be fun, but it's a little mini aquarium heater. We'll get to that in a second. Oh, and then these are just flossers, so those aren't even fish related. Grab this razor blade right here and we can get into the Aquarium Co-op stuff. So I did one pretty good sized order from Aquarium Co-op. They went ahead and shipped it in 2 boxes. It came like 5 days after, 4 or 5 days after I ordered it. Go ahead and open this up real quick. So this is a little card about live plants because yes, I did buy live plants. In this box we have, okay, we have some stuff in here. Some little packaging, and here are our live plants. So this one right off the bat is water Sprite. As you can see, they come in these like little pots inside little bags. I'll go ahead and show you them out of the bag later, but this is water Sprite. We also have a type of crypt. This is a darker colored crypt. That's gonna be in the kitchen aquarium. I'll show that later. And then I also went ahead and got Java Fern. Now I was hoping for these to be a little bit bigger. This Java Fern looks small. This Java Fern was also very expensive. It was $13. I don't know why I bought it. I already have some Java Fern. I don't know why I bought this plant. To be honest with you, that was not a good investment at all, but I did it. So, oh well, it's too late now. And then also in here, we have a huge thing. Okay, that was an exaggeration. It's not that huge, but a container or a tin, I should say, of brine shrimp eggs, if I can open it. Okay, I don't know how to open that right now, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Moving on to the next Aquarium Co-op box, where's my razor? And this, I believe, is the brine shrimp hatchery I ordered. It's a lot bigger than I thought. This big guy right here is called basically the brine shrimp blender. Oh, and I also got a little free sticker, little neon tetra. But this guy right here is a brine shrimp hatchery. It looks like a blender. I'm not quite sure why. We'll go ahead and get this out of the package soon. This is what the heater is for. So we're gonna be breeding brine shrimp, or hatching brine shrimp, I should say, for a new breeding project coming up, as well as to feed my moon jellyfish, which eat baby live brine shrimp. Basically, you fill this up with water, well, salt water, and brine shrimp eggs. A little air pump circulates it around in there. You put a heater in there, and you have live baby brine shrimp in just a few days. So we'll check this out in a hot second. I'll show you it all set up. First though, I wanna go ahead and get these plants out of the bag. Starting with the Java Fern, pull this guy right on out. This kind of feels like tea bag material, if that makes sense. And then we'll go ahead and pull this guy right on out, and there it is. So like I mentioned, not quite as big as I thought, but overall looks pretty clean. No algae on it or anything. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw this in a tank to keep it wet right now. Next up is this water Sprite, which is a good plant for breeding fish. I've heard it provides a lot of cover. I've never had this plant before, so this is gonna be a little bit interesting. Go ahead and slide this guy out too. This one I think was like $8, and there it is. So these can be grown floating or in substrate. It's really small, so I'll probably end up floating it. Not too much to say about this one. Kind of looks like carrot tops or something. A little empty, little sparse, but maybe it'll fill in and grow later, we'll hope. And then last but not least, the crypt right here. We'll get him out. And this one looks pretty good, as you can see right there. This will be going once again in that kitchen tank, probably with the Java Fern, I think. We'll figure that out later. But yeah, there's the little crypt. So that is it for the plants. I'll go ahead and show you them once they're established in the tank. I'll do that a little bit later. But without further ado, I'm also gonna go ahead and set up the brine shrimp hatchery, maybe in a time lapse. And then maybe it'll make a little bit more sense once it's out of the box because it is kind of confusing. Okay, we got it all set up. Here is the Brine Shrimp Hatchery. I'm gonna be honest with you, I would not spend $50 on this again. It's cool and all, but I had to buy the heater separate. The thermometer is literally in Celsius. This is America. I'm Fahrenheit. Hello, where are you? Anyways, the distance between here and here is incredibly hard to find a cup that fits under here. It's very difficult to get your hand under here to actually turn and release the brine shrimp to come out. And as you can see, it looks like just water. So my issue is that I just don't hatch enough brine shrimp to need something this big. In my experience, this is what I was using, and honestly, this worked fine. This was 20 times easier. This is so much more labor intensive. Just to get brine shrimp out, I have to unplug it, let it sit for a couple minutes, put a light at the bottom to get the brine shrimp to swim down there. That takes another 10 minutes. And then I can drain it into a little metal strainer like this one into this cup. It's just a whole production. I wouldn't buy it again. It was a fun experiment though, but that's that on that. So I feel like actually I should go ahead and elaborate on this real quick. So this Ziss Brine Shrimp Hatchery is not a horrible product. I just think it's a little bit overkill for what I need. Maybe if you had 20 to 50 fish tanks with fish that would eat live brine shrimp, this product would better suit you. However, just because I only really am feeding a few tanks live brine shrimp, period, I really think it's just overkill for my situation. It is very expensive and very labor intensive for what I get out of it personally. However, if you do need that high amount of brine shrimp, it could be a good idea for you. I also thought I should go ahead and show you the other plants that came in. I went ahead and got them all set up in this 15-gallon aquarium. There is the Crypt, you know, just chilling at the bottom. Not as red as the picture, but it's whatever. And then there is not just the Java Fern that we ordered, but also some Java Fern I already had. Is just collected, bunched in that back corner. So this tank now is looking pretty good, got it cleaned up, and it is nice and fresh. Okay, so I think that is just about it for this video. Quick review on the Ziss Brine Shrimp Hatchery. As I mentioned earlier, it's really just oversized for my needs. I would go ahead and give it like a 6 out of 10 just because the stand is really bad and it's a little hard and finicky to use it sometimes. So that's just my quick overview / review on that. Now the live plants. Ordering live plants is always tricky. I would highly recommend if you have the opportunity, just go to your fish store, look at the live plants, and pick the ones you want. This is a picture of the water Sprite that I got, as you can see right here. And this is the picture of the listing that I ordered. Yeah, there's a big difference, as you can see. So now I don't fault the company at all. This is just something that happens with live plants. It's very hard to get a live plant to look exactly like the listing. There's color variations, there's size variations and stuff like that. So I'm not upset by it really, I just think it's important to point out, and that's why I recommend going to your local fish store to get plants. Same thing with the Crypt. Here's what I ordered and here's what I got. Now the size on this one actually is very similar to what I expected. The coloration is just slightly different, which like I said isn't really that big of a deal. It is just something to keep in mind, and that's why I like supporting my local fish store. However, it's always fun to order stuff online every once in a while and support that retail therapy addiction. So I'm really not upset by it at all. But I think that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you guys want links to any of this stuff, just let me know in the comments down below and I'll go ahead and respond to them if I see them and get you a link to whatever product you want. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and goodbye.